So while I'm waiting for my sister to get us the ice cream that we came to get, I wanted to make the intro to this video of why you should be underexposing your photos just a little bit for the most optimal quality. I'm going to jump into Lightroom and actually show you guys this firsthand, but just a little bit about this is my theory behind this is that if you underexpose it, you will still retain the details in the darks and the shadows, because when you do take photos, the darks and the shadows have more detail than the highlights. Because if you start to overexpose the highlights, then you have zero detail in there, but it takes a little while to get no detail in the black. So it actually is much more beneficial for you to actually expose for the sky and have the rest of your scene just a little bit underexposed in order to get the most out of your image. So let's jump into Lightroom so we can actually see firsthand on what I'm talking about. So I don't really have very good examples for not exposing for the sky, since that's pretty much what I do as a rule of thumb. So here in these photos that I'm showing you, this one right here is going to be the actual not exposing for the sky, because I wanted to have the trees obviously in detail and a white background. But that's what I was going for here. But actually the sky here was blue, so if I can just bring down the highlights, you can tell that it's only in some areas of the sky, like down here. And if I bring down this exposure, it's obviously a bad photo now, but you can kind of see there's details of clouds there, but that's not really how you want your photo to look. If you bring down your highlights more than, let's say, 80% and you still don't see any details, that's when you know that you're a little bit too overexposed in your highlights. So let's jump into a exposure for the sky, and let's see all that detail that those dark spots actually have. Alright, so I'm on this photo of the horse that I took a little while back. As you can see, the sky is, you can tell that I exposed for the sky as much as I can without getting too much darks canceled out of my photo with no detail. So with just a little bit down on the highlights, boom, you got the sky and pretty much exactly how it looked back in that day. But if you look, it kind of looks like over here you have zero detail. But if you do press Alt, if you are on the PC, or I forget what it is for Mac, but it's something similar to Alt or Option, I think it is. Or if you're on your mobile device, you just start sliding and tap on your screen and hold it to see. It's this. So you can see exactly what is overexposed. So if I actually have to bring my shadows 100 down on the scale to start getting all of these little dark spots to be zero detail. So let's reset that. And if we just raise it up just a little bit, we see a lot more. So as you can see, we rescued this image and there's a lot more detail into those darks. And you can actually bring those darks pretty far down if you expose for the sky, depending on your light. This all depends on the lighting that you are shooting in. But you can pretty much always, if you do not underexpose too much in the darks, you will always be able to get that detail back in. See, you can see the wire fencing here with just a little bit of that shadow going up. It's like 30% up on the shadows is already enough to start showing that detail again. So remember, guys, if you're going to be taking your photos, I do recommend you guys exposing for your highlights or your sky if you're shooting outside, or your lighting wherever it's the brightest, and making sure that you are still able to bring up your shadows and your blacks to show up that detail in the kind of underexposed areas. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned a little bit about how to expose your photos and to let your photos be a little bit underexposed so you can actually bring up all that detail in the shadows and still retain the detail in the sky, because those highlights kind of lose detail faster than the dark ones. Alright, so you guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're brand new to the channel, like the video if you liked it, and comment down below what kind of videos you guys want. Alright, love you guys. See ya. Bye.